portrayed by Larry Smith, who brought his puppets Hattie the Witch, Rudy, and Teaser to the program. The first clown on the show was Bozo, played by none other than Bob Shreve. And even Bob Braun got in on the act, running puppets back in the early days.
Hi, boys and girls.
But Al's greatest help came when his wife, Wanda, teamed up with him as Wendy, Captain Wendy.
So come with me and let's sing and dance. Here I go, and away!
It was Paul Dixon that actually gave me the name of Wendy. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek because I was so quiet, and he'd say, here's the windy one. You know, she talks so much. And I think the name just kind of stayed with me because when I joined Al on the Magic City show, then they called me Captain Wendy.
Okay, wait, come up here, RJ. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. There goes RJ. Put it on his head.
I always felt that in doing our show, in 1 hour, I got more love from the children than some men did in a whole lifetime. It was just enormous. And I don't care how you felt. When those children were all there waiting for you, it was electrifying. If you had a headache or you were down or tired, it was just like somebody plugging you in, and off you went. The Uncle Al show was all pure fantasy because I could create the scenery, the ideas, along with our help, our people that worked with us. One of the great creative efforts was the holiday shows, our Christmas programs. We did a Halloween show that's never been matched yet for the amount of people in it, a 23-piece orchestra with a lot of them from the symphony playing, arranged music that was done by professionals.
If you were around then fretting, I could ever stop.
But those things were the icing on the cake. Because then, also, with our daily show, we could be anywhere. I was in a submarine below the ocean.
Lo and behold, look, there it is again. Come on, help me pull it up. Oh, my.
Be careful, it's got quiet.
Oh, no! Oh, hey, help. Hey, fight him off there again. Where's my crew?
We could build buildings.
Now, would you like to get inside? Yeah! Oh, okay, let's try our garage out. Oh, what a wonderful garage. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa, help! And hold your hand out over.
We could fly airplanes. Any kind of conceivable thing we could electronically fly in. And so, again, that love of flying was always paramount there. Never had a crash. Never.
Oh, hey! The wing just came off. The wing just came off. Oh! Hang on. Hold on to the airplane. Wait, where's the airplane? Where's my airplane?
Well, what's one minor mishap in 35 years? Yes, Al's love for aviation is legendary. Through the years, Al owned 11 airplanes. And whenever he had the chance, he would use his hobby to promote his shows.
One day I got the idea, just at the holidays, wouldn't it be neat to fly Santa Claus into Lunken Airport, which is where I had the plane based. And so we promoted it on the air for a week or so, and the big day came. I went out to Lunken Airport, and there wasn't too much of a crowd because it was an hour before we were supposed to make an appearance. Took off, and I flew across the river out of sight of the airport. It was time to come in and land, and as I came over the river, I looked down, and I couldn't believe what was happening. As far as I could see, the highways were blocked, bumper to bumper, at least 20,000 people. That was one of the biggest thrills in my life.
Well, let's say hi, Uncle Al.
Through the years, Al never lost his popularity with the people of Cincinnati. 22 years later, and Al still drew a capacity crowd. In 1975, Al hosted the first live television show at the new Riverfront Coliseum. Over 16,000 people were in attendance to watch circus acts, elephant acts, and of course, Uncle Al. For years, Uncle Al and Wendy were the intermission attraction at the Ice Capades. And Al was even the main attraction at the Lion's Cage at the circus. Yes, Uncle Al had an enormous impact on a lot of us. Over 2.5 million children grew up watching Uncle Al, and about 500,000 of those youngsters were in attendance for the 14,000 television shows that were broadcast. For 35 years, Uncle Al has hopped up and down with just about every kid in this town.
Mama's cookies are really likes them the best.
With that kind of an audience, advertisers were delighted to appeal in their own way to the kids.
Mama's cookies. Tell us about them, Captain.
Oh, love to, Uncle Al. Here's a big box of Mama's cookies. They're so good and so delicious. A little round cookie with a hole in the middle. You'll find it.
Stop, refresh with Barks, the soft drink that's the best. Stop, refresh with Barks, flavors filled with zest.
And the Al Nash moving van is taking everything to their new home. This is a little Al Nash moving van. It's for kids whose families move with Al Nash.
Here's our magic meat cone. Alakazam 1, 2, 3. There we go. I put my hand deep inside, and I grab a package of cons like this. Oh, boy! Wait till you smell the aroma. It's so delicious. Have Mom get some for you today. I'll put them back for you.
They're good, hot or cold, and that's the winner, the world, the winner!
Let's all go round and round, and everybody sings. Cons and wings, the world away. Cons and wings, the world away. All the way tender too. Cons, wings, and cream. Cons winner! There you are.
Bye-bye.
Uncle Al's appeal with the public even made him a national celebrity when his program was televised over the ABC network on more than 130 television stations coast to coast. It's no wonder network celebrities sought out Uncle Al Show exposure. But the true impact is measured not in sales success, not in crowds drawn, not in celebrity appeal. The true impact is measured by the extent to which one man positively influenced 2 generations of Cincinnati's children.
In my family, being on the Uncle Al Show was a tradition. My 7 brothers and sisters and I all appeared on the Uncle Al Show. When I appeared, I was chosen out of all the children by Uncle Al to sing the Bimbo song. It went like this. Bimbo, bimbo, what you gonna do-yo? Bimbo, bimbo, what you gonna do-yo? That you're going off to town to see your little girl-yo. That's when I first found out that I was tone deaf.
Growing up with the Uncle Al shows made a lasting impression on me and my sister. I remember doing the hokey pokey in my little red dress. And I remember dancing my heart out for Uncle Al. But the one thing we'll always remember is Captain Wendy teaching us how to draw. Don't forget the shadow.
My favorite memory of Uncle Al is when I was 8 years old and won a bicycle in a drawing contest. I'll never forget that day at La Swordsville Lake when you presented it to me. It may be a little rusty, but after 29 years, I still treasure it. Thanks for the memories, Uncle Al.
I'll never forget that day I got to do a commercial on the Uncle Al Show. Every day in our house, it was a ritual. All my sisters and I would get together with our bowls of cereal and sit in front of the TV set to watch our favorite show. I remember a lot of things about that show, especially the weather song. What is the weather today? What is the weather we say? Will it rain? Will it snow? Will the sunshine tell us so? What is the weather today?
We had 4 daughters, and the most important thing that we did unknowingly was they went with us everywhere we did, many appearances. They were so much a part of it that we couldn't have really done our appearances without them. It was a real fun thing and a closeness that I think later on in life was very important to all of us. Very exciting when I think back at it now, and only by looking back and thinking back that I can appreciate what a marvelous opportunity that was that I had stumbled on by chance to be able to become a personality that meant something for the children and something for their activity, something for their thinking, their safety, their food, their patriotism, and learning of art and being creative. I think it was marvelous. I was so lucky. I still feel lucky.
You're working so hard and so busy that like the years go by and you don't realize what a fantastic life it has been until you stop. You can stop and look back and say, gee, that was fantastic. That was great. Wasn't that fantastic? Now we get out here to the farm and Al and I are walking down the lane and they'll say, wasn't that a great life? I said, yeah. He said, now we're retired, we can really have fun. Let's go.
Well, now that we're retired, we really haven't left anything behind because we brought all our friends with us. Hi, Roger. This is Roger Robot. Oh, we love him. He did a great job on our show.
He sure did.
In this 150-year-old barn are many, many more wonderful memories.
Oh, look.
We brought them all home with us. And wait till you see. You know, they're all waiting for us.
Well, there's Charlie Horace.
And Humpty Dumpty.
And look, Maxine.
And there's Pinocchio. Hi, Pinocchio. Not too cold out here, is it, lad? Wow, what wonderful friends. Well, Wendy, this is it.
Right, Uncle. After 40 years, it's time.
Yes, let's make our exit from show business. Do you remember the magic word?
I remember, do you? Giddy up.
Alakazam 1, Alakazam 2, Alakazam